Before we begin today's video, I'd just like to remind everyone that I run a movie podcast series called Film CHUMS. In this show, I talk about movie franchises and film genres with my friends.
Tails opened his mouth, and I just fell down a rabbit hole of being so mad that I became a voice actor at the time that I did.
Please go and check out Film CHUMS when you can. Thank you. Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here, and welcome to Jambareeqi Orange, the show where I let my patrons decide what I review. The options for this episode's poll included The Bad Guys, Morbius, Lightyear, Bob's Burgers the Movie, Nausicaa, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. A Star Command vessel, nicknamed the Turnip, has landed on Takani Prime. Space Rangers Buzz Lightyear and Alicia Hawthorne explore the planet to mine resources. If the planet is habitable, then Buzz can wake up the people sleeping in the turnip, but unfortunately, they're attacked by hostile lifeforms. The team try to escape, only for Buzz to crash the turnip. In order to leave the planet, Star Command needs a working hyperspace fuel crystal. Buzz volunteers to be the pilot for the crystal's test, but every time Buzz performs his mission, he ends up skipping many years. Sadly, this means that he has to watch Alicia start a family and grow old without him. Eventually, a new commander is put in charge, and orders for Buzz's mission to be disbanded. Buzz is sad at first, but then he finds out that his personal robot cat, Socks, has found the perfect formula for a stable crystal. So Buzz sneaks into a ship with Socks, tests out the formula, and it proves completely effective. However, our hero has arrived at a time when Takani Prime has been taken over by robots, led by the giant Zurg. Luckily for Buzz, a team of junior rangers made up of Izzy Hawthorne, granddaughter of Alicia, the dopey Mo, and an elderly convict called Darby, who were willing to help him save the day, but Lightyear insists that he has to work alone. We then later find out that Zurg is actually a Buzz Lightyear from a different timeline, who's been consumed with an obsession to fix everything. Now, I consider Buzz Lightyear to be one of my top favourite Pixar characters, not just because he fits into my beloved himbo trope, but I also find his story arc in Toy Story 1 to be really relatable. So I was kind of looking forward to seeing Lightyear, until I started mainly hearing disappointed verdicts on the film, and I decided to not spend what little money I had to see it in cinemas. Since then, I've watched Lightyear twice on Disney Plus now, and I honestly have to say that I don't have strong feelings about it. Yes, I have things to say, but my emotions overall are pretty lukewarm. First of all, while the film does a decent job portraying Buzz as his usual noble and heroic self, I don't think that he's worked very well into the story being told. Buzz's obsession with the hyperspace crystal test is supposed to be this lesson about not getting carried away with finding success and appreciating the now. The problem is that Buzz is written too much like his character in Toy Story. Friendly, polite, and just. Sure, he can be insensitive or annoyed at times.
That team!
Up here.
Why are you congratulating yourself?
Because I just hawthorned us right out of that
But
situation.
you could have made it!
But the film is hesitant to show him slipping into arrogance and selfishness. It's like Pixar are afraid to show Buzz having unlikable traits or a dark side, so you can't buy that he's losing himself. This means that when the big twist happens, it's hard to believe that this old man is who Buzz could become. It's a twist for the sake of a twist, like a lot of Disney villains lately.
You and me, we're not the same. I'm sorry.
No, Buzz. I'm sorry.
I also saw this said twist a mile away, because the whole future self reveal is an overused cliche in the time travel genre. Sure, it wasn't 100% obvious from the get-go, but it was still predictable before Zurg even removed his armor. As for Chris Evans voicing Buzz this time, well, I'm down for the idea that movie Buzz and toy Buzz would have different actors, because that happens in the acting industry.
Ha-ha! Boy, am I glad to see you.
Is that you?
No, it's my brother Jim.
Is it really? Yeah. That's so weird, because we were on the internet, somebody said that, and we kind of, oh, that just sounds like a load of old rubbish.
No, it's my brother Jim. They have so many...
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. There are so many computer games and video things, and Jim he works on those all year long. And they said, you don't want to do this. He said, no, get my brother Jim, you know, he'll do it. So that's my brother Jim.
I just didn't find Chris's voice to be remarkable. He's just playing up his Steve Rogers persona and that's it.
First, you will not speak unless spoken to.
Yes, sir.
Still talking. Second, respect the suit. This suit means something. It's not just protecting your body, it's protecting the universe.
Kind of wish that Patrick Warburton took the lead, due to his unique voice and history voicing Buzz in the spin-off cartoon.
Like I always say, safety is job one on Tanker Alley.
I loved Socks though. Yeah, you can tell that he's only here to sell toys, but I really like that he was this clever mix of robot and feline. He can be cute and adorable, but he's also very helpful to Buzz.
Assessment complete.
How bad is it?
The blast was absorbed by the heat shield and only caused a minor electrical short.
He's a loving emotional support cat, but he can also pull a trick in times of need.
Hey, you're not authorized to be in this area.
Whoa, didn't know you could do that. Wait a minute, was that for me? In case I got out of line?
I bought you 5 minutes.
What about the Junior Rangers? Well, I did find them likable. Izzy is an upbeat and plucky young woman who is eager to keep up morale.
You know, we could help you. It is our plan.
I can't allow that. Star Command Code 2709.3 forbids me from placing unqualified personnel in harm's way.
Okay.
Mo is a cheery New Zealander who made me smile.
Oh, look, a pen. Cool. Does yours have a pen?
Okay, pay attention.
And Darby is a refreshingly feisty senior citizen character.
How hard can it be? Look, we got these spiky things, and these ones probably explode. Just do whatever feels right.
What? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna dance with Mr. Boom.
However, I can't say that I actually cared about any of these characters. I liked them, but I didn't love them. Heck, Mo and Darby aren't even essential to the story. They're mainly here as rarely funny comic relief characters, or props for Buzz's lesson on working with others.
Buzz, we need you.
Wait, in there? But if it doesn't work, I won't be able to save you.
You don't need to save us. You need to join us.
Izzy has more to offer as the granddaughter of Buzz's deceased partner and a symbol for youthful hope, but because the film is so focused on teaching Buzz a lesson, Izzy ends up being sidelined with the other Junior Rangers. The film wants to highlight how Izzy feels pressured as the granddaughter of a legendary space ranger.
I'm supposed to be a Hawthorne. But I'm not.
But we never actually get to know who she is outside of being a Hawthorne. Sure, we learn that she has astrophobia, but that doesn't become relevant until the finale, and she overcomes it pretty quickly.
Thank you, Izzy.
Speaking of Izzy's grandma, the movie wants to use Alicia to show how important it is to live your life. But we only see her life in a montage. Sure, it's a good montage, but it's our only window into Alicia's supposedly detailed life on this planet, all taking place in one room. Alicia is also an openly gay character, a writing decision that made irrational homophobes throw tantrums, but in the grand scheme of LGBT+ representation in animation, it's not a great execution. Yes, we get to see a lesbian Disney character finding love and starting a family, that's great, but like I said, it's all shown through quick cut clips, and then the movie chickens out and kills her off.
To infinity.
And beyond.
Sure, Alicia's death helps to give an incentive for Buzz to keep the mission going, but it's also a prime example of the bury your gays trope, a problematic cliche that sensationalizes queer character deaths and limits LGBT+ character screen time. I just don't think that Pixar or Disney should be quick to pat themselves on the back for gay representation when Alicia spends most of the film as a holographic ghost. Another issue I had was with the movie's overall pacing. For an almost 2-hour-long movie, it really does rush itself through scenes. There's this constant, and then this happened, and then this happened rhythm to the whole thing, which leaves us with very little time to develop emotions for these characters and their world. Heck, most of the movie just felt like one long chase scene to me.
Remember from training, you don't pull the trigger, you squeeze the trigger.
I know.
99% complete.
Transfer to oscillating power.
Done!
In terms of animation, the movie is certainly high-budgeted and the closest Pixar has ever gotten to photorealism, but it's this keen desire to achieve perfect authenticity that kind of sterilizes the movie. There's a lack of style, the colours are murky, and they often glazed over looking at the visuals. On top of that, the film wants to show how mature and serious it can be, but the drama is often undermined by how these characters are dressed like toys. The original Buzz Lightyear was designed with toy inspirations in mind, and if Pixar really wanted to go for the mature route, then I think they should have steered themselves away from Buzz's original suit design. So this film was supposed to be Andy's favourite movie as a child, which I don't actually buy. Yes, I can see kids may be enjoying this film, but Andy grew up during the 90s, back when family-friendly action blockbusters were campy and cheesy. I really wish that Pixar leaned more into the corniness of 90s space movies.
Their survival is uncertain.
Give me an excuse to kill you.
The frequent quotes from the first Toy Story, while charming at first, were often too on the nose, and did make me roll my eyes after the third or fourth quote.
terrain seems a bit unstable. No readout yet if the air is breathable. There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
To conclude, even after watching this film 2 times in a row, I still feel indifferent to its existence. Yeah, I have many problems with it, but I can't even get that worked up about those flaws. All I can do is address that they're there. Both times I watched this film, I had the same reaction of, meh, it's so average. The most noticeable issue with the film is that it wants to both bank on the commercial and nostalgic appeal of the Buzz Lightyear Toy Story character, and indulge in impressing audiences with how mature, serious, dark, realistic, and modern it can be. You can't really do both at the same time, and this film proves that. The only saving grace for me was Socks, and I hope he gets his own spin-off short soon. So those are my thoughts on Lightyear. What did you think of this film? Let everyone know in the comments section below, and don't forget to click that like button. What will I be reviewing in the next episode of Jambareeqi Orange? Well, that's entirely up to my patrons. The choices for the poll include the original Karate Kid, Clerks, The Sea Beast, The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, A Troll in Central Park, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, don't forget that only patrons can vote on this poll. What is a patron? Don't worry, let me explain.
This is my Patreon. It's a site for my fans to support me financially on through a monthly basis. Those who donate are called patrons. Patrons can donate as much as they want and are welcome to stop donating anytime. In return for their generosity, patrons are given exciting rewards based on their pledge amount. These rewards include early access to my videos before they go up publicly on YouTube, behind the scenes content, their name in the end credits of my videos, a chance to request a review of anything at all, and much more.
Very excited to find out what my patrons vote for. Cheerio, folks.